It's your boy Geezo back with another video. And today, and today, y'all see it, man. So, boy, I wanted to see how it fit on here, man. That's all. I wanted to see how it fit on here. It fits well, man. It fits well. Yeah, so y'all can see. Let me take it off. Oh. It's your boy Geezo back with another video, and today, I don't know why I made that face. Don't laugh at me, y'all. I made that face. Don't laugh at me. And today, one more time for the haters, man. And today, we're gonna talk about. Let me put this back, man. Put this back. Today, what we're gonna talk about, man, is your custom pendant. Okay. Now, when it comes to your custom pendant, I want to offer a little bit of advice. You can take it, you can leave it, up to you, man. It's up to you. It's completely up to you. Whether you want to hear it or you don't want to hear it. I have a great piece here, right? Have a great piece here. And I love it. But see, it's one thing that I did that I shouldn't have did. As soon as I thought of the idea, I went and told them to make it, okay? And I didn't want to hear anything else, but just make it. Just make it. Shut up, make it. Don't tell me nothing else, make it. But as I get it and I wear it, I'm like, okay, I should have did this, I should have did that, right? For one, the bottom piece is cool. I could have kept the bottom piece. I should have took this part right here, this part right there. That part right here should have came off. You feel me? Should have came off. Like, for sure. Should have came off. Yeah, it should have just came off. Also, you just rush into things, you know what I mean? I should have got, in the eyes, I should have got better. Like, the details of this is good, but I should have got them to put diamonds in the actual eye. Like, 2 stones in the eye. Bigger stones, rather. Not 2, because it is stones in the eye. Yes, it's stones in the eye. It's definitely stones in the eye. But I should have got them to put a bigger stone in the eye. And I should have got it like blue or red or something in that so you can see it. Also, it's just a lot with this piece. You know, the bottom part is made so it can sit down, you know. So that's the thing. But I love this piece. Don't get me wrong. I love this piece. But my point is, guys, the point is, you should take your time. You should draw it out. You should put it into if you can't draw, you should put it into like some type of app where you can create the picture yourself, and then they can take it and make a 3D model of it. You know what I mean? That's what you can do. So take your time, guys. And I learned that. So I have a piece right now, that I took my time with, and I'm still looking at it to make sure it's something. I know I want it. The problem is I want to make sure they get it right. You know what I mean? It's like very detailed, so I want to make sure they get it right. Even though they got the details on here right, but sometimes they can misunderstand things, and yeah, they can misunderstand. So yeah, I want I want it the way I want it. That's just a fact. I want it the way that I want it, and I want it perfect. So when you're taking your time, when you're trying to get a custom piece, if it's letters, it's letters. It's not that hard. But when it's something bigger than letters, and you have to take your time with this stuff, man. It's always gonna be flaws. Like Again, guys, the bottom piece is just a thing where you sit down like regular metal on top of this stuff. So, like I would have told them not to put that piece on there and put I thought, well, they got me actually, because I thought it was gonna be the whole thing was gonna be like this, but they didn't. They just took a metal piece and put it on the bottom, like a little thin sheet of metal, and put it on the bottom. I guess they figured just like a statue. But that's on me. You know what I mean? That's on me. I didn't take the time to explain everything. I just told them make that shit. And they also told me they didn't really feel comfortable making it because of it's just a big piece. They was like, it's so big, we don't know. We never did a piece this big before. So I said, okay, but just do it. You know what I mean? But this piece is like my favorite piece, man. This piece is my favorite piece. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie to you guys. This piece is my favorite piece. This thing's solid though. It's solid. Again, it's detailed. They did a great job for them not to make a big piece like this before. Oh, and another thing, guys, when you're looking at custom pieces, what I realized is this is what I realized. They will have pictures of pendants that they didn't even do. They just see the most popular thing that people look at and they snap the picture. Now, some people do it. Some people are in there creating for these certain companies. You know what I mean? So if you see, if I'm gonna put it like this, if you go to a jeweler and you don't see a factory, they don't have a factory diamond setter and blah, 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 9 times out of 10, they're using overseas people. And those people overseas, they're commissioning the piece from overseas because it's cheaper and they can give you a higher price. This is not a cap. This is true. This is real. Like, it's a lot of places overseas that does everything. They do everything from CZs to diamonds and everything in the middle. You know what I mean? CZs, diamonds, moissanite, any metal, brass, silver, gold, any metal or copper, whatever you want to call it. Whatever they use. They make everything. And a lot of people, some people have their factory here. And those people who have the factory that take you through that factory, you know they're doing their pieces here. But some of these people aren't. But also don't be tricked by those pictures, because some of these pictures, they didn't do, the overseas people, they didn't do those pendants. But they can do it. Some of them would tell you what they can't do. You know what I mean? They say, hey, we don't feel comfortable doing it. They told me that, but they did it because they wanted the money. And I just wanted to spend the money. I don't know, something was wrong with me that day. I was on one probably, man. Probably was, I'm like, man, fuck that, make that shit. You know what I mean? So it is what it is though, man. Take your time when you're making your piece though, man. Take your time, think it through, think everything through. Again, guys, like I said, there's a lot of things I would have just took half of the bottom piece off, or I would have made it something, or just had this piece right here. You know what I mean? I would have did something. I would have put the bell on the back, stuff like that. Again, I got a piece that I've been working on for the longest time, and it's still, I'm being difficult right now because I just want everything perfect. And I'm not like the pictures, the model, the 3D, you know, the 3D model that they put on the computer. It didn't have all the details in there. So I'm like, yo, is this gonna be there? Is that gonna be there? And they're like, yeah, it's just a rough draft. But yeah, no, I need to see it. I need to see it. I like, don't just tell me it's gonna be there, because then it might not be there. And then I say, yeah, you know what I mean? I say, yeah, we can move forward. And then we move forward and it's not there. And then you're gonna say, well, you said, yeah, we can move forward. So you gotta watch out for that as well, man. You gotta watch out for that as well. Don't ever say yes until you are 100% sure, because later on, when it's not right, they're gonna tell you, you agreed. That's what they're gonna say. And then they're overseas. you're never really going to get your money back. That's why I recommend using a credit card, and then you call your credit card company, show them the proof that they didn't do something right, and then they'll give you your money back. If you use your debit card, 9 times out of 10, you probably ain't gonna get your money back, man. You probably ain't gonna get your money back, and if you do, it's gonna take you a while, a few weeks. You know what I mean? A few weeks, maybe even a month. So these are the things that when you're dealing with custom pieces from people from overseas. Now, people from the United States, you know what I mean? You have trustable people sometimes. Not saying that people overseas are not trustable. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you could actually find them. You know what I mean? You can go see them. You know what I mean? So 9 times out of 10, they're more likely to do things the right way because they don't want people to come see them. You understand? They're more accessible. They're more accessible. So me flying to China is like, you know what I mean? Looking for, it's like a needle in a haystack. Even though they put the factory on their websites, like I can look up their factory, but is it real? Is their factory real? That's the thing, man. That's the thing. But and then you gotta fly there. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Take your time with these custom pieces, man. Don't rush into it. It's a lot. Like I said, man, this pendant right here is like my favorite pendant. I'm telling you guys, it's my favorite pendant. And I'm about to get a newer chain for this. A newer chain for this. Well, it's gonna be the same. I'm gonna get the same. The 25 millimeter. I'm gonna get another one for this one. Yeah, I'll probably get another one for this one. Again, man, they put the little sheet of metal right here, man, at the bottom, little thin sheet of metal, because they wanted to make it just like the statue, they say. But I had them put my name on it, keep your third eye open. I had them put all that on there. But again, I'm not going to lie. I thought in the conversation, I thought it was going to be all like the bottom sheet was going to be silver as well. But they got me. They got me on that one. And that's on me because I didn't make sure they explained it. But this sheet of metal does not add any type of, this sheet of metal doesn't even weigh a gram, man. It's like a real thin piece of metal. But the rest of it is silver. But see, and then you have to check, because I had to check and make sure that it was silver because at the end of the day, I'm like, man, y'all scamming me, man. I'm serious. I thought they scammed me, man. I was like, oh my God, they didn't scam me. So, but I checked it and it is silver, and I'm glad that it's silver. But I was really about to be upset, man. I was like, man, they done got me, paid all that money, and they done, you know what I mean? But everything checked out, and it is good to go. But again, guys, you gotta take your time, make sure you know who you're dealing with, conversate with them. They even, on some of these apps, if you buy my vendors list, it's still $10 right now. I'm not going to take it. If you buy my vendors list and you click on these things, you message the sellers. If you message the seller on one of the webs, not on both of them, but on one of them, you can actually video chat with them. You can actually call them and talk to them. So that's a good thing too. And, I've done that a few times as well. You know what I mean? We had to get on the phone and talk about it. You know what I mean? With the Strange Jeans piece, I had to get on the phone and talk to the people because they won't understand what it is that you really want to do with this. You know what I mean? Even though I had to lay it out, but I can't draw. So what happens is, since I can't draw, I had to take an app and put all the pieces together for them. You know what I mean? So basically, I basically made the 3D. Yeah, I basically made that 3D print myself. But, yeah, man. Nah, but they actually, I just put the picture together and they did the 3D printing part. But, guys, at the end of the day, you do have to take your time and make sure you get what you pay for. You understand? Because the worst feeling is man, when I thought they got me, I was like, oh my God, I spent all that money and just down the drain, right? But it checked out, so I was like, okay. Whew. I was like, whew. And then I said, okay, after this, we're going to make sure everything goes well. You know what I mean? I won't going to mess with them no more, but I had to make sure everything goes well. And then I said, fuck it. You know, that's on me. I didn't do all my check before they send it. I didn't say, make sure you do this and make sure you do that. Verify this and verify that. You spending your money, you can do all that. You know what I mean? You can do that. Don't be scared. Don't be scared to ask them. You're spending your money. You're spending your money with them. So don't be scared to ask questions. Don't be scared to ask questions. And it's not easy to make custom. It's a lot of work. So also when you're dealing with some certain people now, when you're dealing with, they do mass production. They have like 10 different people working on one thing. You know what I mean? So that's how they get by with it. But certain people only do it themselves. So you have to take the time. You have to take your time. I said you have to take your time. Certain people over here do it themselves. It's just one person. So you have to give them time. You have to give them time and be patient with them. But overseas, these people, the language barrier is number one. The language, sometimes you can say stuff and they just don't understand. It take you about 10 minutes to explain what you're trying to say and stuff like that. So do I recommend overseas? Yes. Do I recommend here? Yeah. You know what I mean? That's probably your best bet. You know what I mean? Over there is cool. Over there might not be. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know for you. For me in my price range, over there is great. You know what I mean? Over there is great. If you don't have a limit to what you need to spend, then over here would be your best option. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Again, guys, sometimes it takes me a while. Now it's going to take me a while to get certain things. Some things I let them, you know what I mean, put your creative on it and you do it. I just know I want this. You know what I mean? I will do that. Like the cross, I told them what I want, told them how I want it, but they messaged me and was like, maybe we should do whatever you going to do. That's what I told them. Do whatever you want to do. Because I just want the cross. Like, that's it. I told them, do whatever you want to do. And as long as you have it, like I gave you the basis of what I want. If you complete it that way, that's cool with me. The rest is up to you. Do what you can do. I'm never going to tell them not to do whatever they're going to do. And that's another thing, man. When you're dealing with people that you can't communicate as well with, and sometimes you got to listen. If they say they can't do this and they can't do that, you have to listen, man. That's all to it. But that's it, man. I still recommend all that. And the vendor list is on sale. If you can't buy the vendor's list, if you can't support me by spending any money, guys, just watch the ads. And I appreciate that. And if you don't watch the ads, I still appreciate you. It's simple, man. I'm just thankful that you watch me every day. And I'm out, man. Peace.